All right, y'all. My name is Paris Harrington. If you're on PlayStation 5, you know your boy is Miller Poley. I've been playing NBA 2K, all video games since I was a kid. This year we decided to do something different, man. We're gonna take it up a notch. And one of the biggest things I always do, I've ran 2K leagues. I've ran all different types of 3v3 leagues, 5v5 leagues, my player build, dynasty modes where, you know, we battle over who's gonna win the chip. I like to dig into 2K. I like to get all the stuff before everybody else get it. I like to make sure the information being pushed out properly. And our goal this year is to try to get to that community day next year, right? Community day just went and happened this year. I got a lot of people that I've streamed with throughout the years, that I've met through my leagues that I host, and they were able to attend it, and I just put it on my bucket list. Before we get started on this, I want y'all to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that follow button so that you can see all the content we're going to bring from 2K this year, along with other video games that we're going to play. Today's actual conversation is going to be about all the things that I have discovered before my homies that are out there in the 2K community come and they actually put out all the pertinent information. I'm going to show you what Miller Poley has came up with. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. These are some of the different things that are gonna be happening in 2K25 that you will want to know about so that you can be ahead of the game, so you can be and build that next big build with this. Before we even get started, they have a new badging, a new badge level. So they have, you know, bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and they have legend this year. I don't know if y'all, obviously everybody been seeing it, but if you haven't noticed, there's one that's called legend. Legend, it's supposed to be the new big thing. They said it's going to cost a lot of points in order for you to actually get this badge. But they say if you're pushing for a lot of legends, then your player is going to be one-dimensional, or maybe even like not as well-rounded as other players, as opposed to if you were getting Hall of Fame or gold badges. But they have this thing called badge perk, right? Badge perk is basically going to be able to upgrade one of your badges. Let's say, for instance, if you have it on Hall of Fame and you want to take it to legend, you can do that with this badge. In order for this to activate, there's a couple of things, 3 things in particular. They are unlocked with the season pass that goes from season, season 1 through 40. At level 15, you'll unlock a tier 2 badge perk upgrade, right? So whatever your tier 2 badges are, you'll be able to upgrade a tier 2 badge up 1 level. Tier 1 is going to be upgraded at level 30. So if you're at level 30 and you want to upgrade that tier 1 badge from, let's say, Hall of Fame to legend, then you'll be able to do that. This will reset every single season from what we have gathered, right? Every single season this will reset and you'll be able to do it again, unlike last 2K24 where we had permanent badge setters, right? Also with that, you have to be able to meet your highest potential on that badge. So let's say you got Rebound Chaser on, capable of getting it to Hall of Fame. If you're on silver, you still cannot pop that badge perk until you get it to Hall of Fame, so you can take it to legend. You can't be halfway through with the badges. The badges have to be completely maxed out in order for you to get that. Secondly, the dunk meter this year is going to disappear, right? So along with the shooting meter, we'll do the shooting and the dunking together, right? Shooting and dunk meter have been a big thing because people are out here with these Zens. They're out here with these cheating devices, and 2K said, we done with it. We done. Don't come around here no more, right? So in order to do that, they had to take away the aptitude or the abstract of the green, because that is what these devices and software is catching. So from my understanding, there are 3 different dunk meter or shooting meters this year. With the shooting meters, there is no green. It's an arrow, like an arrow that goes up, and then there's a smaller arrow that's up. The arrow will then proceed up, and it will stop at a certain point, and then you will be able to time it. If you're a person like me, we haven't used a shot meter in a long time, so we're not looking for the shot meter. We're looking to get that boost that you get for turning off your meter. So as you turn off your shot meter, you will get that extra boost. So just learn your jump shot. It helps a lot. But for people that do have that meter on, that's a plus for you, because now you can watch out for all them Zen players. The dunk meter will disappear. So last year, you know, you up and down on the stick, and then it'll shoot your thing up, and then you got to time it. Now you go up and down, and it'll do a circle. It'll be completely full, and it'll go in a circle, and then it'll let go. I don't know 100% how the timing goes with that, but maybe you just got to get it depending on your dunk, a certain area of it or a certain bottom, but there will be a circle and you just let it go and it'll go for the dunk. More attributes. So if you take a player that is a 99 overall on 2K24 and you move that exact same build over to 2K25, you will have more attribute points to put on your 2K25 build. This is confirmed through Mike Wayne and a lot of the other content creators and through Ronnie 2K that the builder is going to be able to give you more attribute points. What this means, they said it's not enough points where it'll make everyone demigods, but it'll be enough points where you can actually make a more well-rounded player. So a person like myself that created a point guard last year, I wasn't able to do 3-pointers and playmaking and then something else. I had to sacrifice on something. So me being a great defensive player, I sacrificed on perimeter defense and steals, and I sacrificed on not being able to dunk with my original first point guard, which kind of slowed me down, made me like almost like one-dimensional, that I had to take that midi or that 3, and I wasn't ever really able to take that true driving, you know, mix master approach that I wanted to. But this year, apparently you're able to do that. Right stick defense. For all my bigs that be down in the paint that's holding their hands up. That's what I used to do. Right? You just hold up on the right stick, you contest and everything. Now they have what's called right stick defense for paint defenders. Now, the thing that's a little bit weird to me is if I'm holding up on the right stick, my hands are up. Apparently, when you're holding up on the right stick now, it's going to make your big almost contest the shot by jumping somewhat. So you're going to get some type of body contact on that defender that's coming down low, making it so that they're not able to dunk or lay up as easy. If you're holding left on the stick, then it's going to make them swipe with their left hand as a big and somebody else is coming down. So you're almost getting that swipe at the ball, trying to get a steal as the person's going up. You hold it on the right stick, same thing. And I'm guessing you hold down on the directional pad, or not the directional pad, but on the actual stick. It'll actually keep you on your feet. So if that is true, this is a big deal for bigs, because I know as a big, I tell people, hey, stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. Even me, I get caught jumping sometimes, but I'm like, stay on your feet. If I'm staying on my feet, I'm not holding up. I'm going to hold down. Is that really how I'm going to be able to stay on my feet this year, or is it holding up on the stick? That we do not know, but we're going to find out. Spamming jump is going to have you doing some crazy stuff. So don't be jumping at everything this year. Pump fakes are going to be big. When you jump, you know, you jumped last year, the person comes down, you get no foul by landing on them. This year, they said they're going to make you pay if you're jumping and you actually running by the defender. They're going to be able to blow by you a lot faster, or get that foul, that Steph Curry foul that he gets in real life, you know, pump fake, jump into the defender, and then roll from there. The new setting. So the first thing you need to do when you get on this game is there's something that's called passive dribbling motion, right? Or passive dribbling like setting. What this allows you to do is if you walk down the court and you stand at the top of the key and you don't press anything on your controller, if you have this setting on, it is going to basically take your player and he's going to start dribbling from left to right, between his legs, behind his back, all type of passive dribbling while you're not pressing nothing on your stick. So for all my dribblers out there, to me, this is a lose. You need to make sure you go straight into the settings, and you need to make sure that 100% you cut this off, because it'll have you coming down the court holding it in your left hand, and then you looking for the play to develop, and then the thing is behind your back or in your right hand. This could be a win for people that play my career or people that are not as dribble savvy. But for somebody like myself that likes to control, know the dimensions of 2K, that know that, hey, this ball is in my left hand, I'm holding L2 on the stick, I'm guarding it with my right hand, I don't need the ball to move from my right hand to my left hand naturally, I need it to do it when I do it. Then we need to make sure we go in and cut this off. Apparently this is going to be a setting that's automatically on, so everybody needs to make sure if you don't want this on, go and cut it off. Is self alley-oops. How many of y'all been out here playing 2K and then you hit that double triangle button trying to throw your boy the alley-oop, and it throws the alley-oop to yourself? You're at the wrong angle, you're in the side of the rim, you throw an air ball, you catch it, you get the turnover. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous in my Stephen A. Smith voice. This is ridiculous. This is blasphemous. Blasphemous, right? All of that ends this year. This year, they have changed the self alley-oop to the X and O button on PlayStation 5. And on Xbox, is whatever those button is, the bottom button and the button to the right of it. So for PlayStation, X and O together, running towards the rim, will throw you a self alley-oop to yourself, which is a dub for us. Because now, I can throw an alley-oop from any angle as a point guard. Let's go, baby. Let's go. My court is back, man. My court is back. They brought it back. We don't have to go to the Gatorade facility. I don't even know if they're going to have the Gatorade facility, but they should. They probably will because they have the gym. But now you're going to be able to change your SIGs, invite your friends over, play one-on-one, all that years of, hey, let's go find a court, let's go find a court. We don't have to find a court no more. All we got to do is go to the My Court, invite your friends in, and then go from there. What I know in the past years, it's a place where you can go and you can show both your, your My Career awards and different things like that, and be able to actually work on your player without having to go to the Gatorade facility or go to a random court. The player to court ratio is bigger. So all my people out there that's in them lanes, that's actually out here going crazy, stealing the ball, 99 steal, not even moving on the court, just tapping square. This might be the year y'all have to step y'all defense up. And I mean it. Step your damn defense up. And I mean it. I mean, step it up, people. Step it up. All right? What that means is you can't just stand in the lanes and spam square because the court is wider. From what I've heard through some very, very valuable sources is that the players have been made smaller. You can't tell, but the graphics are better. The players are smaller. The court looks wider, which means that you have more room to work as a point guard. So doing that bounce pass, like from half court, trying to make it to the paint, or throwing it down on a lob pass, or like a double tap triangle pass. You're going to actually be able to go and do these type of things and not have to worry about it getting stolen all the time, as long as you're making good plays. As a point guard, you got to watch out for those things. But I think this is a dub for us point guards out there. A big, big dub. You got 72 takeovers this year. 72. I don't know what I'm going to do with 72, but I will tell you this. After every single game, you can go and change your takeover. Obviously, you have to qualify. Last year, there was a big thing where if you had a 25 defense, you could go out and you would literally have you could cut on your defensive take, but you only got a 25 defense. Like, that's crazy. Like, I had a 25 steal, averaging almost 1.5 steals a game because I knew how to time it, and I know how to cut people off. But the principle that you have a defensive takeover when you have no defense was a big L this year in a lot of people's eyes, and I'm glad 2K came and fixed it. Now you're only eligible for the takeovers that your attributes have put on and that you are able to get. Stamina. How's stamina gonna work, man? Stamina is a big thing this year. Stamina is basically everybody starts off with an 85 stamina. As you want to progress your stamina, it is not in attributes anymore. You do not have to worry about putting 99 on stamina. The big thing is you will go to the Gatorade facility and you will work out. Every workout that you complete will get you 2 stamina. Permanent. From there, at the end of the first week, you will have a 93 stamina. Then at the end of the next week, you'll be able to finish it off and get your 99. From what I hear, you complete one player with 99 stamina, and every player that you have after that will have a 99 stamina. Do not quote me on that. I don't know if that's 100% true, but worst case scenario, if I can work on my player and it only take me 2 weeks to get 99 stamina and I get a permanent boost, I'm cool with that, man. That's better than nothing. I got 3 lethal hot spots this year. Last year we had 2 for all them people out there that could get them red hot spots, and then it was set after the first week. Now, the way that the hot spots work this year with lethal shooter, 3 lethal shooter hot spots, I think it's difficult this year, right? So if you want 1 zone in a hot spot for 1 week, you can do that. If you want 2 zones, it'll last 2 weeks. If you want 3 zones lethal and you want it to last for 3 weeks, not only are you going to have to complete the shooting challenge, but you're going to have to play lethal shooter at the game. And I already know, bro, if they making it so that you got to have 3 lethal spots and finish the drill and play lethal shooter, I already know some people going to be out there bombing it the first week, trying to play with an 81, 82 against lethal shooter, knowing he going to shoot lights out from half court. Bro, don't do it to yourselves. Just wait on the lethal shooter part. And I'm pretty sure you got the progress in the story in order to get it. But the main thing is there's 3 lethal shooting spots this year. They will last for 3 weeks if you do the max one, 2 weeks if you do 2 spots, and 1 week if you do 1 spot. Either way it go, I'm guessing with the tier levels of each one, if it's level 3 tier, or if it's 3 zones and you got to play lethal shooter, I guarantee it's going to be a little challenge. Ain't no way 2K just giving away nothing ever for free. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to putting lethal shooter on his back, which I know I cannot really do. But, hey, it's going to be fun to do on the game. We're coming to an end, but these are some very, very crucial parts. So if you here, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. But let's go. The story mode. When you create your player, you're going to be prompted into 3 different areas. 1, 2, and 3, you're going to get the option to roll right into it. You will be able to pick your teams you go to in my career this year, like always. But starting off, it will be harder to get into the starting lineup. For sure, this has been confirmed by Ronnie 2K, Mike Wayne, some devs. It will be harder to get into it. So if you pick a team, you a point guard or let's say a small forward, and you go into my team, the Boston Celtics, and you trying to take Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum's spot, you got a while to go, man. You got a while to go. Think about all the cap breakers you got to do. Think about all the time you got to put in. Think about it all before you come to the Celtics. Celtics is not an easy place to play, and don't play us like that. But either way it go, make sure you choose a team that you're going to be able to get that playing time on. Otherwise, you're going to be on the bench. A way around this is to make sure you turn your minutes on 12 minutes. That way you still get in the game. It'll be a longer game, but it'll be as if you're playing 5-minute games and you're a starter. That's something I learned many years ago. If you want more minutes and you're on the bench this year, I'm guessing turn your time on Hall of Fame, or turn your settings on Hall of Fame so you get the most XP, and make sure you turn it on 12 minutes. That way, if 7 minutes in the first quarter go by, you still get 3 minutes of playing time. You probably stay in for the second quarter. You'll probably get maybe like another 5-6 minutes of playing time before you get subbed at halftime. And the same thing will happen in the second half until you get up in the roster. Once you get in the roster, you can lower your time, or you keep playing on 12 minutes, but you lower your time maybe 6 minutes if you're a starter, and then you still get that natural playing time to get those points and those stats that you need. But there'll be 3 sections. It's called the flashback, the city, and the new dynasty mode called Heart of the Dynasty. Shout out to 2K for coming with something a little bit different, right? So with the Heart of the Dynasty, you're battling to become the top dynasty of all time, with Jordan being the first, or Celtics being number 1. Nah, I'm just playing. Jordan with his 6 rings being number 1, and then so on and so forth. Your goal is to build the biggest dynasty, so everything is team oriented this year on 2K actual story mode. So you have Heart of a Dynasty, you have the city, and you have flashbacks. I am going to go ahead and recommend that 100% everybody do the flashbacks first. When you do flashbacks, there are 4 flashbacks. There's one from high school, one from college, one from FIBA, which is the Olympics, and then you have the one that's actually from a pickup game that you play against some of the NBA celebrities. So when you do this, each one of those games, so let's say you're playing your high school, there's 3 levels of tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Tier 1, you win the game, you get like a jersey or whatever they're going to give you. Tier 2, you win by 10 points, and you get like maybe some shoes and like maybe like some VC. Tier 3, you win by 15 points, and you get like a VC, you get a jersey, you get shoes, you get whatever it is. Each one gets better and better with each tier, but you have to win by that set amount of points in each one. So that's for flashbacks, and that's for the high school, college, FIBA, and the pickup game. Each one having tier level 3. When you complete that, you will get a 5% boost to your My Career and your actual overall building your player, a 5% boost on XP. This is big. It's big because anything free that 2K is giving, you got to take advantage of it, because we know 2K is going to make sure you got to work for all of it. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of that and making sure that you actually doing what you're supposed to on there, man. Making sure that you're doing it in the right order. From there, I would recommend you going to My Career. Now, moves us into My Career this year. 2K did a big dub with this one. You can earn season XP by playing My Career. I don't know how much it's going to be, but if you're telling me I can go play My Career and I can still get to level 40 and I don't have to ruin my rec record or my park record or my Pro AM record when my boys are not on, and I can still progress in the season, oh, I'm from round the way. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. And guess what we leaving with? Season XP. That's what we doing. So, with that being said, you can play My Career this year. You get season XP. I don't know how much XP is going to be. I can imagine it's going to be a little bit lesser than playing in the park or playing in rec or playing in Pro AM. But any XP towards your player is going to be good. And I'm hoping they base it off of what level difficulty you're playing on. If you're playing on Hall of Fame, Rookies, Superstar, All-Star, all that good stuff like that. I play on Hall of Fame, but to each their own. Now, man, that's it. That's all I got. I cannot wait to hear what y'all got to say. Drop in the comments what you think about the content that I put. I wanted to gather up everything that I have gathered since August 1st, put it in one video, and see what the people think. Now that I've spoken, this is your boy Miller Poley. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, because we coming back with more content, more fun, and more adventures this year. I'm out.